The next question is related to lunch. And I know that earlier in the presentation, you have noted that with this most recent model, the issue of lunch and lunch supervision has been eliminated because the issue of lunch, while it sounds a bit frivolous or trite, is actually a very serious issue. In the secondary panel, when you and the people who may be listening in contemplate something like John F. Ross Collegiate with 2,300 students, you can see how the issue of lunch and supervision would be a concern for us from a safety and a health point of view. But I know that that has been eliminated with this latest model. I'm wondering, Superintendent Slater, at the elementary panel, could you talk a little bit about lunch? We don't have so much in the way of cafeterias in the elementary panel, at least not in very many of them, but could you talk about lunch and masks and so on, and what kind of supervision? What are we going to do in elementary about lunch? If you could comment on that for all the trustees and the people who have joined in from the public.
Sure. In elementary schools, our schools do, well, in the past have done various things around lunch. Some schools have lunchrooms, not, as you mentioned, not usually cafeterias. Some students eat in their classrooms. For the start of the school year this fall, students will be eating in their classrooms, and they will remain in their assigned seats to eat their lunches. The supervision will be provided by school staff, and sometimes that is teachers, sometimes that is hired lunchtime supervisors, and so that will continue as normal. Students won't be required to keep their masks on while they're eating, which I think just makes sense, but they will be expected to stay at their seats and be able to sort of have their lunch in that sense. And then usually in elementary schools, we have lunch connected to an outdoor break, and that will continue to happen.